Hello everyone, welcome to the Dental Surgery, your home for dentistry. Today we're going to show you how to use our whitening trays and gels. So initially we'd like you to have a checkup just to make sure you're a good candidate for the whitening. We'd probably recommend a hygienist appointment as well, just to lift any stains off the teeth, as this might improve the colour of them already before you start the process. When you're then ready, we would make you a set of customised trays. We do this by taking a set of impressions. This takes a week for them to be made, and then when you come back, we try the trays in, give you the gels, give you a demonstration on how to use it, and then you're good to go for your whitening process. There's two options for the gel, the overnight carbamide peroxide or the 1 hour hydrogen peroxide. Your dentist will advise you on what's the best gel for you. The application is exactly the same, but I'm just going to talk about the overnight carbamide peroxide. So initially when we get the trays, we would try them in just to make sure they're comfortable for you, covering all the necessary areas right up until the gum level. And then we go through on how to use everything. So we have a example tray here. What we ideally want you to do is use the gels overnight for around a couple of weeks as a guideline. So initially when you come in to collect the trays, we'll just check that the trays are a good fit, covering all the teeth and not pinching on the gums at all. Then we'll go through how to use the trays. So we want you to squeeze a little bit of gel into each individual tooth space. So if you can see each individual tooth space like that, we want you to just pop a little blob into each one of those. When I say blob, I mean about that much. And then same again on the next tooth. Now, when you apply it, try and apply it at the base, but as slightly towards the outside of the tray. So if you can imagine, when your trays go in and the bleach squeezes out, it's going to go over the front surface of the tooth, which is what we want to bleach. You can do that for each tooth space. And then when it comes to putting the trays in, we just want you to get the teeth as dry as possible. So just have a big inhale through the mouth just before you put the trays in. If you do it in front of a mirror, you should see the bleach spreading out across the front surface of the tooth. You can do top and bottom trays together, and then ideally for the overnight one, you're just going to go to bed, no drinking, and that should be absolutely fine. When it comes to taking the trays out in the morning, just give the trays a little clean. You can either use a manual toothbrush and some running water, and then just give your teeth a gentle rinse with some water as well. Initially we give you 8 tubes to use, so that should be enough for around 2 weeks of application. So if you're quite sensible with the amounts of gel you're putting in, that should be absolutely fine to get a nice natural result. If you'd like to go a little bit whiter at the end of that, then you can have some extra tubes, and that should lift the colour even more. When you're going through the bleaching process, you can get a little bit of sensitivity. It's usually just temporary, and you can manage it with some sensitive toothpaste. What I'd recommend is having a night off if the sensitivity is getting quite bad, and just using a sensitive toothpaste. You can either use it as a topical agent, just with a little bit on your finger and just rubbing it around the teeth or tooth that's sensitive, or you can get a little bit of the sensitive toothpaste, put it into the tray just by itself, and then wear the tray for an hour or so, and that should ease the symptoms. If you're suffering with sensitivity before you even start the whitening process, your dentist may advise you to use a slightly lower concentration, which may make the symptoms a little bit more manageable whilst you go through the whitening process.